Hey, welcome to a normal version of Shootin' with Samuel G. It's Saturday night, which is the beginning of the week for me and my staff of 90 here, and the end of the week for you. Well, let's get started, and don't forget to start watching us live on Facebook on Friday nights at about 8:30. We're going to promo what we got coming up for the Saturday night Shootin' with Samuel G. It's kind of a quick little hit version. You're going to like it. Let's talk first about what happened early this morning. Muhammad Ali finally went to that boxing ring in the sky, and I'll tell you what, if you're like me and you were a kid growing up in the 50s and the 60s, watching Friday night fights on regular TV with false staff commercials, and just, you know, a wonderful way for a sport that really came into its own, and this is the guy that built it. This is the guy, boxing wish it had a showman like this guy now. He really was an entertainer and a performer all in one, a guy who really kind of set an example for America on what was to come. Stick up for yourself, believe in yourself, and be a champion. And Muhammad Ali, a guy that face is known worldwide. Hopefully he's in a better place now. Let's kind of talk about what's going on around here. It's summertime, right? Legion Baseball. Really? I can't get excited about it, can you? I didn't think so. Legion Baseball. It's kind of a thing that's leaving us a little bit. It's a way for kids, I guess, to keep their skills a little bit honed in the summertime, but that's about it. We don't have anybody that's really geared into Legion Baseball. Hopefully that'll change in the future, but right now it's just something to do in the summer for these kids, and it's doesn't have the luster it used to have. But this week we got the Slaughter Cancer Tennis Tournament going on over at Centennial Courts, and I'll tell you what, Mike Slaughter and his roofing company, Slaughter Roofing, are to be commended, patted on the back. They've taken the sponsorship role of this tournament for quite a few years now, and they really needed somebody to step up and just be the force behind this. And I'll give Mike Slaughter and his bunch a pat on the back. They have really done a great job. This tournament is well attended. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and it raises money for the American Cancer Society. It's one of those feel-good things to do from a whole week's worth of tennis. Go out to Centennial Court, you're going to love it. All right, let's get a little bit to Major League Baseball. You know, we're now into June, and the Rockies are still watchable. Not a bad idea, but I'm going to tell you something. They talk about dog days of August. That's what these are now, but they're in June. The other night we're watching a game, and Nolan Arenado come in the dugout and just rip City into some players. Why? Because I think they were kind of going through the motions. The guy stole home against them. Walt Weiss should have been taking a look. That's what everybody in this team needs to do. Hold everybody else accountable from the manager on down. Get a little bit of a fiery approach. Maybe guys won't be just going through the motions. They'll play with a little bit of heart and desire and playing to win, not playing not to lose. We'll see what they're like in about another 2 weeks, because you can really get sunk in June right before the All-Star break. They need to keep their heads up and stay in this race and make it worthwhile for watching them as the summer gets hotter. The Broncos finished their off-season training activities and team activities, and you know, Von Miller's still without a contract. They keep saying, oh, it's nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. We'll get it taken care of by July when training camp starts. I'm not holding my breath. You know how these things turn out. You know, and it gets 2 or 3 days before training camp starts. Well, we're starting to talk now. Starting to talk now? What happened to the last 2 months? Get this thing over with. Get the franchise tag off him, free up some money, sign the guy, you've got him, and build around it. This defense is good. He's the guy. And you know what? If he's not in these activities in the offseason, they can say he doesn't need to, but I say baloney. He needs to be more involved. They need to get this contract settled, because they don't want this thing lingering over everything when training camp starts, and they're really preparing as remember, Super Bowl champions last year. So that's something to live up to, and they need to get Von Miller signed. Now we'll get to the Olympics. It really pains me to realize that I'm that much older. 20 years ago, next month, I was at the Olympics in Atlanta, worked on the media crew for wrestling for the entire month. What a wonderful experience. What a wonderful situation to be at the Olympics. And I think of the Olympics every 4 years in the summer times when it comes up again in places where it's held, and whether, you know, I'd like to be there again. It's in Rio de Janeiro. Coming up. I ain't going, guys. And nobody should go. The water's infested. It's dirty. They're trying to push forward issues now to get the water cleaned up. They got those giant mosquitoes. We get them here every July, but these kinds are supposed to bite you and give you an infection. Why are they not taking care of this stuff? Why has it not been addressed until now? Why do we wait till a week before? You think they're going to bring in some bug spray and take care of the mosquitoes a week before we start? I don't think so. You think they're going to clean that water before the first guy dives in? I don't think so. Get it taken care of now, or 86 is Olympics for the summer. Make everybody start realizing it's more than just money. It's people's health that's involved here. You know, it brings us to our fun little segment of Shut Your Pie Hole and Get a Life. Well, you know, Muhammad Ali died Friday night. But I'll tell you, he died late in the cycle of our Friday night operations here. Okay? So Eastern time, it was obviously a little bit later. But the Miami Marlins, they do a tribute to Muhammad Ali on the scoreboard that he has died before he was officially dead. Are you serious? Whose idea was that? Some PR genius? Do a tribute to the guy before he's officially announced dead. Holy cow, I wonder what Muhammad Ali would have to say about that. To the Miami Marlins PR staff that pulled that stunt, shut your pie hole, get a life, get a brain, will you? Wait a few minutes. Announcing Muhammad Ali is dead is not like beating somebody on a story. Take your time, make sure it's right. Until then, shut your pie hole. And until next Friday night, I'll see you guys. Money burns a hole in my pocket. How I wish I had millions of dollars just to spend on presents. Money is not for me or you. I'll see you next week.